Robin's Nest English. Spring is here. The warmer days of spring. Remember how the sun feels on the first warm day of spring? In spring, each day grows longer and warmer. The plants and animals feel it grow warmer, too. The garden. The flowers send up shoots from round white bulbs. Soon the garden will be filled with color. The robins are back at work. They collect brown grass for a nest. Soon they will feed wiggly worms to hungry babies. The woods. The trees are growing again. The fat buds on a tree grow into big, flat leaves. Caterpillars nibble on them. The cricket comes out from underground. It rubs its wings to make the sound chirp, chirp. The mountains. In the mountains, snow melts away. Streams fill with water. The bear comes out from her underground den. She is hungry. The meadow. A baby deer drinks its mother's milk. Soon it will eat soft spring grass. Gophers kick up piles of brown soil. They nibble on dandelion leaves. The pond. It's also warmer at the pond. The turtles lie on a log in the sun. A water lily's flat, round leaf lies on top of the water. A frog sits on the leaf and makes a sound, ribbit, ribbit. Spring is here. Math test mix-up. Emily couldn't wait to get her math test back. She had studied hard and knew she had done well. Mrs. Mead handed back all the tests, but Emily didn't get her test. Joe didn't get his test either. I have 2 tests without names, Mrs. Mead said. Do you know which test is yours? Mrs. Mead asked Emily and Joe. Emily and Joe looked at the papers. One test had 1 mistake, but the other had 15 mistakes. Emily reached for the paper with 1 mistake. This one is mine, she said. Joe said, No, I think it's mine. It looks like my writing, Emily said. It looks like mine, too, Joe said. Emily stomped her foot and said, I know it's mine. Your name isn't on it, Joe said. Neither is yours, Emily said back. There's only one thing to do since you can't decide, Mrs. Mead said. What's that? Emily and Joe asked. You'll both have to take the test again, Mrs. Mead said. Emily and Joe groaned. This time, please follow all the directions, Mrs. Mead said. First, write your name on your paper. Then answer the questions. When you're finished, bring me your test. Emily thought the test was easy. She didn't miss any questions. Joe thought it was hard. He missed 12 questions. Emily said, Next time, I'll put my name on my paper. And Joe said, Next time, I'll study for the test. I could help you study, Emily offered. Would you? Joe asked. Then maybe I'll do as well as you. Weird bird Beaks. I am a groove-billed barbet. I have a large, thick beak. I have tooth-like ridges in my lower beak. I feed on fruit and insects. I am a crossbill. My beak is crossed like an X. My crossed beak helps me get seeds from pine cones. I am a crowned hornbill. I live in the rainforest. I have a horn on the top of my beak. I use my heavy beak to break open nuts with hard shells. We are huyas. We lived in New Zealand until we became extinct. I am the male. My beak is thick and strong. I am the female. My beak is thin and curved. I am a sword-billed hummingbird. I am a very small bird with a very long beak. I use my long beak to get nectar from tube-shaped flowers. I am a brown pelican. I have a pouch of skin under my beak. I can carry many fish in my pouch. I hunt for fish in lakes and rivers, and on the coast. I am a shoebill stork. My beak is shaped like a shoe. I like to eat fish. I use the hook at the end of my beak to cut up my food. I am a spoonbill. I wade in water and use my long beak to look for food in the mud. I like to eat frogs, shellfish, seaweed, and small fish. I am a toucan. My huge and colorful beak is very light. I eat fruit, seeds, insects, and eggs. My beak helps me to reach fruit while I sit in jungle trees.